How are you feeling? You got John Riggs here checking out some of the best, most iconic NES games that feature balls in them. Covers a lot of ground, but I'm going to cover 5 of my favorites in this video. And to help me out, this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Manscaped, the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped did provide me with the Perfect Package 3.0 kit. We're going to check it out right now. The Lawnmower 3.0, powerful 7,000 RPM motor, rapidly charging dock, and waterproof. You can use it in the shower if you'd like. Even has that LED light on it, I like that. You're getting the best products made from the best materials for the best grooming experience possible. The perfect tools for your family jewels, if you will. There's Crop Preserver, Crop Reviver. Plus, for a limited time, get 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. The anti-chafing will come in handy for all the walking around I do at conventions. Get 20% off at manscaped.com with free shipping with promo code RIGGS at manscaped.com. Use the link in the description below. Number 5 on my list is Super Glove Ball. Now, this was a game designed specifically with the Power Glove in mind. However, you do not need a Power Glove to play this game. Well, it's a little like Breakout, only you have the back wall, the side walls, the floor, the ceiling. You're trying to eliminate all the blocks on all the things while also, trying to smash your ball into these enemies too. You can pick up the ball, you can throw it, you get your power-ups as well, and you have optional power-ups that you can, kind of launch whenever you want, like these kind of fireballs and stuff like that. You can get those. There is kind of that 3D element. It's not like the Rad Racer style 3D where you can hit the select button and it goes to 3D mode. I would have liked that. I think that would have been, one step further, but not necessarily needed. Well, and the fact that this game was for the Power Glove and you do not need a Power Glove to play it proves that nothing was necessarily needed. Optimal with the Power Glove, maybe. Certainly a tech demo, but it was released for everyone, for any reason, so you didn't even need a Power Glove. I used to have a Power Glove. I've still never played this game with a Power Glove. It should have been the pack-in, right? But it wasn't. And for that, we have Super Glove Ball, number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, and I know what you're thinking. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers is on this list because Chip 'n Dales are chipmunks, and chipmunks eat nuts. However, no. There is a ball in this game, and the ball is your weapon that you use for every boss in this game. And along the way, you can pick up items and throw them. Usually blocks or boxes, sometimes like a giant apple or something like that. But for every boss in this game, you're presented with this ball, just a perfect sphere, a ball. I mean, I have to use something, right? I mean, they could have used an acorn, I guess, but they went with this giant dodgeball ball. And this is the ball that shows up on every boss in Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. So when I thought about, video games with balls, Nintendo games that used balls in them, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, one of my favorites. Number 3 will go Marble Madness. Now, is a marble a ball? I think it is. It's a sphere, at least. No, I know it's not the kind of ball you can bounce. I guess you could bounce a marble if you threw it hard enough, depending on the surface. It might shatter, too. But let's talk about Marble Madness, because, come on, it's a ball. It's a marball, right? Marble? Marball Madness, right? I love Marble Madness. It's super hard later on. You do not get enough time to play this game. You start at the top and you roll your way all the way down to the ground. I loved seeing the different animations for when you shatter or when you get disintegrated by acid or get swallowed. There's a lot of ways to die in this game, but this is timeline based. You don't have lives. You have how much time do you have to get to the bottom of the stage. And when you do that, then you get some extra time to help you out with the next stage. And I know what you're saying too, like from the top to the bottom, there is one stage where you start at the bottom and have to roll your way to the top. That one's super tough. But Marble Madness, come on, it's a ball. Number 2, we got a game called Orb 3D, kind of an uncommon game here. This game really hyped itself up to be, oh my god, this game is super 3D. It's not so much, it's kind of a puzzle game. It's alright, it's kind of weird though. So you have these orbs in the middle, and you have this other thing that's kind of like cycling around. It's like a satellite or something. And you have to kind of, bring it to the foreground and the background. And depending on where the orb is, you have to smash into it. And that's what pops it, and then you move on from there. And you just have to kind of go from there. This thing's always orbiting, always cycling around. And you'd have to hit your button to kind of make it go in the background, go back in the foreground. You have your little helpers on the side just in case. You do have a finite amount of fuel in this game too, so you can go over and try to fuel up by, launching yourself inside one of these kind of fuel pods, I guess. Kind of an interesting game, kind of a cool puzzle game. I come back to it every once in a while just to kind of, check it out for a little bit. But if you haven't checked it out, Orb 3D is one of those games that has balls. And before we get to my number one game, I like to invite others on my channel to give me what game they're thinking about as well under the same topic. And here we have Game Dad.
Giant, pink ball that totally sucks. And no, I'm not talking about this delicious treat. I am, of course, talking about the biggest, baddest, pinkest ball of all on the NES. Kirby. Hey, what's up everyone? Game Dad here. Now, John asked me to step in and give you guys a little bit of info about one of my favorite NES games with a ball in it, and that is definitely Kirby's Adventure. I know he's got feet and hand things, but overall, Kirby's Adventure is an awesome game. It's as hard as you want it to be, but it could also be as soft and easy as you want it to be. You can play through the game flying on Cloud 9, or you could just as easily suck up some powers and make the game awesome. Kirby's Adventure on the NES is one of those games that is just an epic platformer and is a great entry for anyone of any age. The game is relatively small, but that's okay because it's still a lot of fun. You simply get whisked off to Dreamland and you just play through this amazing platformer, and in the end you just hit that climax after an exhausting battle with the boss. So that's why my favorite NES game with balls is Kirby.
Number one of my all-time favorites, man, Super Dodgeball. Now, you talk about a game with balls. This game, you have to grab your balls and shove them in people's faces. You have to grab the ball here and chuck it as hard as you can. I love the fact that the different players have different special attacks. Some of them can turn the ball into almost like an uncatchable missile, which can just go through people. There's other ones that kind of confuse them, swirls around. You don't know which direction it's coming from. There is one ball that you can they grab onto it and then it kind of launches them to the ceiling and drops them down. This was on a Nintendo game. I love this. Came from the arcade game. The arcade game's great too. Such a fun game with Super Dodgeball. Just absolutely love this game. Defeat all the players, move on to the next stage. You go through different. It's a tournament. It's a world global tournament. So you're making your way through all the countries here, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I love Super Dodgeball. You let me know yours in the comments below. I recently did a video talking about Super Nintendo games that could have been great NES games, so make sure you watch that video. Love the cameo in that one too, as well as ranking some great games from this company right here. Please check out those videos in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate your subscription, and we'll see you real soon.